Greetings again. Hello. Greetings, goddesses and gods. Where are we at? So what was I going to talk about? You know what gets me is this whole, searching, this NASA thing, this whole government thing, always searching for aliens and life form and all these things, and they're never gonna get it. It's never gonna be done. Only by the individual. Because you know why? Because think about this. You have these people with all these technologies, millions of dollars of doing this research of trying to find other things to talk to, and sounds, all these things. But here's the question for real intellectuals. If you're a real intellectual, this is the question. Okay, so they claim some sort of contact, right? Looking for contact, or what God is, or demons or whatever, right? But here you have these these witches and these shamans and these psychics and the yogins and and these schizophrenics and so forth, all claim to have contact with God. This sort of meta magical thinking. We speak to God and God speaks back. But yet, only because you only have a small number of individuals that agree. So, in other words, it's considered a cult. But I don't look at it like that. I look at it as it's considered a cult, an occult, because the occult is what's hidden. So basically, that's hidden. We are hidden. You see, so now you have a society with this a large number who says that that's not right, because it's not proven. We don't because that's a cult. That's a culture, right? And then so all these mediums, right? These mediums all have contact with dead people and spirits and aliens and all this shit. So the God connection, right? The great spirit connection. We claim all this stuff, but yet basically society says it's all bullshit. We need to be burned. We need to be we need to be medicated. You need to see a doctor. You're not right. You don't act right in society. That's what society says. But yet in reality, you have all these individuals, these mediums, these psychics, these shamans and witches, and all these other star seeds, right? All these things. We have this. We're filled with intelligence. We're filled with knowledge. So what better way? It's on how we react to the knowledge, right? We either let it destroy us to where we need to go talk to a psychiatrist, because now the conditioning says we're crazy. Something's wrong with you. You need to see a doctor. Just because you speak about some dead person walking around, so now you need to see a doctor. Why? Where's the harm? So when we've been grown up, when you grow up like that, we oppress that, right? Or now the abuse, self-abuse starts, and the trail of abuse all goes with it, because we avoided that. Now we're thinking differently and thinking that This is a book. This is a sweater, you know. This is a feather. These are all false. This is not a feather. This is not a book. This is not a sweater. You dig? Like, it's not what it is. So now, this being a witch or a medium or a philosopher or an occult, any study, anything, these are the ways that we get out. Being a shaman, taking on the lifestyle of shamanism, taking on the lifestyle of what being a witch is. So not only have you took on a new lifestyle, like I said, now we're leaving the third dimension. Because society is in the third dimension. They're all like, hey, come here. Where are you going? But yet, so we've been in flight this whole time. You're in flight. Society's like, no, come back here. You need to take your medication. You need to think normal. See what they're doing? You need to think normal. You need to get a job. You don't act right. You are not like Joe. You are not like John. Why do we have to be alike? Why do I have to be like the neighbor? Growing up as a kid, it was always, you're just like your grandfather. Or you're just like your father. No, I'm not just like them. I'm not them. We don't. That is the difference. That is the difference in views. That's what you want me to be. That's not what I am to be. But as a child, we take on the image of God, the one saying all these things, because that was the authority. That's the one who said what was and what is. So you listen to that because you are a child. So not only are you listening to that because it's very manipulative and dark and deceiving, you become fearful, insecure. Now people have to fear me because I'm insecure of myself. People are out to get me. This was the thinking. So for years I had to go see a doctor, do all this dumb talking, all this stupid shit. That didn't get me nowhere. It got me fucking worse. You dig? So now it's about deep. Hold on. Alright, sorry about that. I had to go and something happened upstairs. I don't know what's going on. Like I said, my house is torn apart and all that. Look. Believe. Okay, so basically the whole platform for mentally disturbed people is to take a shamanic path, look into witchcraft, look into religious ceremonial magic, if you will, look into earth magic. You know, these other dimensions of reality exist. They really truly exist. And we really, and once you were able to, like, again, these are platforms for us to be who we really are, which is crazy, which is sick in the head, which is mental, which is disturbing. Well, all these other things, we are the artists that the society needs. We are the ones who plant the seeds in society. We are the ones who bring change. The crazy people are the ones who matter the most. Because look at what's going on in the global stage in the third dimension. What's happening? You know what I'm saying? They're controlling the crazy people. It's sad. And it's not just something new discovery. This is an ancient technique. This is something ancient. You know, tell a lie. Tell a simple lie. Make it big. Make it simple. And keep repeating it over. Repeating, repetitive, brainwash, program, and you have people in fear. What happens when you're in fear? You have your anger. What happens in anger? You lash out. I've been there. I've been through the whole thing, the whole system. It's a bad system. It's a fucked up system. But not now realizing that the system, there's nothing wrong with the system. It's just that if you believe that that's the only system, then it becomes, because you have nowhere else to fucking run to or hide. You don't have your unicorn friends or whatever, if that's the only system that you believe in. So again, there's nothing wrong. We are co-partners. Again, all the dimensions are co-partners in the project of being. This is what I want. I think I wanted to say it before. Our lower self, our higher self are co-partners. Are co-partners in the project of being. It's a simple term, a simple way to deviate, differentiate the two things. Like, I'm looking like somebody here. Like, there is somebody here. You don't see it, but I see it, because this is reality. This is the reality I know. I mean, so if all the mentally disturbed or whatever, I don't even call it that. Like, that's the thing. What type of wording do you? I mean, you're mentally disturbed. How could you say it out loud? You know what I mean? And look, you're lashing out, for one. This is perception, right? This is different views. So that means you don't have different views. You only have one. You see one side of the coin. I can only show you these doors, but it's up to you to walk through them. It's just all I can do. I can do no more. So by taking what's all mongled, jumbled in the psychic's mind, the shaman's mind, and the witches, and the fucking media, all these things, it's about decoding what's in here. It's all about decoding what's in here. Because this here is real. You see, this is not real. This is not real. This in here is very real. Just the fact that I can do that, like where there's something linked to there, for sure. If you look down that road, and you'll see the whole Galapagos, whatever fucking cases, the whole mess of it all, right in plain view. And wow. So once you these layers are different awarenesses, different dimensions, I mean, there's so many layers. And each layer carries a form of light and frequency, vibration, patterns. When we tune in, we can sail through these layers. Like you have, layered upon layer. You have, every thought has a layer, every reality has a layer, every dimension in your so you have in your individual dimension, right? Your bubble, as far as you can see. So that's your world. That's your third dimension world, fifth, fourth, fifth, sixth, and so on. So now someone comes in there. Now you have another third dimension world, and you have their fourth dimension world, so forth, layered upon that. Now you have another person coming in. Now you have three different worlds, 3 dimensions inside one world. We all view the same 3-dimensional world differently. So we have 3 different dimensional worlds, fourth dimensional. So we have in the same bubble. So and then it expands beyond that. 7 billion people, 1 planet, 7 billion people, 7 billion worlds, right? Where do you explain that? So where does it say it? Just imagine before the writing. Just imagine what was going on before recorded history, before humans figured out how to record their document their thinking or whatever, what they're doing. Just think before that, like what really, and then how that whole thing evolved to right now. That's how far we've came. Us, all of us in here. That's how far we've been. We came here. And that's how fast you went through it. Because you read it. It's all in the books. The truth is all in any book you can read, and anywhere. Any type of book you pick up. It's a lot of research. There's a lot of intelligence out there for you. For you and you and you. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to stop here and do another video with some Reiki light language for 6-dimensional purposes. So you get a view's eye of what's the thought processes are, right? How we're thinking and what to do, a lifestyle. And so basically you take them you take a rebellion in a society. You take a rebel in a society. In other words, you take a mentally disturbed. We'll call it for now MD. We'll take an MD and you make it into a psychic. You turn it into an art form, whatever it is, theater, online. Everything's online now, so online it can be whatever it is. You start decoding messages. It's like you're playing a game. And once you get out of that, once you realize you're in this game, and realize that you're actually walking in 3D society normally. Now you're in control. Now you're the creator. And it just goes from there. It takes a process of a lot of downloading information, a lot of openness, and a lot of heart, following this heart, this intuitional beat that we have in our bodies, the rhythm of life, the flow of seasons, the flow of change. There is no there is none of that nonsense. Once you actually open the eyes and really see it. You can see it, but you really don't see it. I never really saw it until 2-3 years in. I was like, yeah, I see it. Time notice it. Hell yeah. Didn't know what I was saying. I was like fool. I was a foolish person. But now I really see it. Time don't exist. None of that stuff's real. It is what it is. What's real is in the mind. It's either lower or upper, right? The lower self is a destructive, self-destructive animal. An animal. If we go back to the ancient way, our animalistic ways, we have knowing we have a sort of great spirit within us. Now we are powerful. And once you realize, once you can talk from this once the great spirit, once you are in that bond, that co-partnership, you realize that now the spirit is taking over. Because when you start speaking, it's not the animal speaking. Blah, blah, blah. I know it all. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, I know everything. Yeah, I know it all. Yep, I know everything. Fool, you're a fool. You don't know everything. You don't realize everything. I don't know everything. I don't really care to know everything. I don't want to know everything. I don't want to know. But once you realize that this great spirit comes in and says, and your body starts saying, whoa, I don't need to do that anymore. I don't need to eat like that. I don't need to smoke. It's not real. It's fake. Now you become more powerful. You become empowered. well, where did this hide? Well, then now the question for real intellectuals is, what is this power? Where did this come from? Where is it? Really, I've got fucking goosebumps right now. Where the fuck is this shit? Because now you start looking. Because the journey after that is what goes on inside the body. The body is telling you everything you need to know. Everything you need is in your body. So that is a pretty deep for that thought. So if you could swallow all that stuff, if you could swallow that stuff, you're all right. You're already you're doing good. You're fucking doing good. And again, I'm not here to tell you how to think or tell you how to see. This is not a how-to. This is not how-to by any means. You know, I think that's how I'm going to do the new introduction. This is not a how-to video. This is not how to see the world. I'm just opening. I'm actually just showing you the doors of perception. So that's basically what I was coming down to now. Realizing that this whole thing, this all stemmed from doing light language 3 years ago. 3 years ago, in 2016. Look down in the videos. Look down in 2016. Look at the spring equinox light language. I'll try to leave it in the description if I can go get it. And this is when this all started. Crazy. Look where it got here, and I documented everything, every sort of thought, every kind of movement. I'm trying to just get everything like a writer. It's all going to be like a film documentary. That's all it really is. Documentary of how the self evolves from physical to this energy that gives me the ability to move my mouth and do this and do all these other things. I'm not saying I'm some sort of 100%. I'm saying I'm a fool. I'm a fool, a person that knows nothing. Remember that. A person that knows nothing. I don't know nothing. I don't want to know nothing. I don't really care. What I do know is right now. But the thing is, with society, it will tell you that. But it's not okay to think like that. You're not allowed to think like, ooh, I talk to God. God, but why? But a priest can do it, right? Why is it that only a priest can do it? I know why. I don't really care why neither, because I know why. They go through this whole ritual. They go through the ritual. I was an altar boy. I already know I was going that way. Imagine that I was going to be a priest, or a reverend, or whatever, cardinal. That's very interesting. That's the only reason why. I went to Catholic school for 9 years, I think, 9 years, and I didn't care for it. But what interested me is these stories, mythology stuff, and religion. But I knew that because it was so dogmatic, again, that's the eclectic style of the individuals. That's what we call eclectic shaman. An eclectic shaman is the one who just, that's what really a shaman is. A shaman is just being an eclectic person. It's like eclectic witchcraft or whatever. It's the same bullshit name. It's just different aspects. So people come up with all these names and all this shit. It's all the same fucking thing. Everything evolves and changes, blah, 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 blah. Third dimension, me, group, label. It's all third dimensional thinking. We need to stop that. So there's going to be no more group labeling and this and that. It's just going to be united. There's not going to be any kind of... It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you are, what you do, how you think, what you see. as long as it's a righteous path, as long as you're on a righteous lifestyle, then everything is going to be you're going to be taken care of. That's the beauty of having this some sort of this mental connection. Again, it's in the mental world, which science is trying to study. Just thinking of it is you're in another place. You're another. I don't know. I don't get it. I don't. It's control. It's all control. It's all hogwash, manipulated, fucking nonsense. What's real is patterns. If you notice a pattern, that's real. That's not, that's not some sort of everyday thing. If you follow patterns and certain sequential patterns, it's decoding the information in your mind. It's the same fucking thing. We're decoding all the patterns or omens and signs in front of you all day long, every day. That's when you know for sure that third dimension is like, wow, you're just roaming about in the third dimension like an open canvas. All right, let's get out of here for now. That was because the attention span is not long enough. So, all right, let's go. So we're gonna go just do a Reiki session next, and stay tuned. I'll see you guys soon. I love you. Be inspired. Go inspire someone. Go. What's in your mind? What's in the mind? What are you sharing? What needs to be shared? Whatever needs to be, whatever is in the mind of a future medium or psychic, and if you I was constantly slamming these mental pills, and wow, all it took was just to read something on why, had to open the mind, read into these things. Oh wow, you realize there is different worlds, different societies, secret societies. This is all real. That's very real. People create shit and do shit to so they can deal with life, so they can deal with society. That's the co-partnership. That's the balance. It is what it is. I love you guys. I'll see you real soon.